The van is heading for the bridge. Time is running out. Why? What's going to happen when time runs out? Is she going to explode? Our first new, another new enemy. Guys on bikes. They're really fucking annoying, you know. They will charge in from one side of the screen, pause, try to run you over again, and then try it again, and then they leave. They only appear for the early part of this stage, and then you never see them again for the rest of the game, which is pleasant, really, because they're annoying. The smoke cloud they leave behind damages you, and even if you punch them off the bike, which is possible, they'll still damage you because the bike comes crashing through you. So generally not a good idea. Just avoid them by jumping, and then you'll never see them again once the first normal enemy spawns after that. Ah! Get back, Stabitha! I have a chain and I'm not afraid to use it. Seems this guy learnt our ducking trick, and he shot me in the kneecaps. He only does it, I think, once, or until you get near enough for him to not do it anymore. Well, double chokehold. Seems a little unfair. I don't remember if any other gun-wielding enemies in the game do the same trick, or if it's just here. I must confess, though, I'm not entirely sure where this is. Supposed to be Abridged too. Oh, there you go. He did it. Get the damn hell out of my way. The jump kick also has knockback to it against multiple hit enemies, making it invaluable. It's just like Streets of Rage. The jump kick is the most useful fucking move. Ah! Okay, chubby Fred. Once the mystery machine broke down, there was not a lot. There was not a lot for you to do with your life. Here's the boss while I'm distracted singing to myself. He swings around a mace, which is actually on an invisible chain. I can't remember how you're supposed to avail him of it. Kick him, maybe? Or just punch him in the nuts? Whatever. When you hit him once, it goes away, and then you can just nut punch combo him until oblivion. He suffers from the same weakness as the first boss, but he's a little bit cleverer. If you get too near to him, he will do this little side kick at you that's pretty hard to dodge. And he occasionally will do that sort of wibbly dance thing, which makes him invincible. I don't really know why. But it's the best time to hit him. It doesn't make him invincible. I'm thinking of a different bit of the game. Never mind. Pretend I didn't say that. Pretend you heard nothing. He also has that little punch combo, which does a fair bit of damage too, and then he body slams your corpse. He doesn't ever do that downward body slam as an actual attack. It's just to taunt you when he kills you. He's annoying. I'm not a fan of him, I've got to be honest. That was me attempting to jump. Jumping is hard when it requires you to press two buttons together on a Master System, which doesn't register that very well. Just got to get into the arc of it and then nut punch. He moves backwards slightly every time you hit him, so you need to be careful not to stay here too long or you'll get kicked like that. You can also fake him out, but he'll just do the kick again because he can do it quite quickly. Generally not worth your fucking time. Dude, put a shirt on. I don't care if it's hot, you are embarrassing yourself. And others too. You can also jump. I don't really know, again, what the criteria... Anyway, he's dead. What the criteria is for that triggering. On we go! Stage 3 is clear. This game is very short. Didn't mention that earlier, did I? You still have not rescued her. The rogues are heading downtown. They still haven't really elaborated on what will happen if quote-unquote time runs out. I'm going to assume she's a living bomb. Level 4 is probably one of my least favourites, because they decide to up the spawn rate a little bit, and also they like to have guys drop in from friggin' nowhere. Just to surprise you! Plus, they take additional hits now. I believe the kick is more powerful than the punch, but it's actually a lot harder to land it. Because if they're too near to you, I don't think it hits them. Do not quote me on that. I don't know. I prefer to use the punch just because it's a bit quicker, I suppose. And trying to kick the flumps is a terrible idea because it never works. The knockback of the kick is probably a good reason to use it. I wish I had been up until now. See what I mean about timing that? It's very difficult because of the way the hitbox on the punch works. It only exists for one of the frames of the animation. The last one. Ah, come on now! Stab combo! The flumps will be spawning throughout the level through those doors. It's very irritating. Get back! Oh, get back. And die. Horribly. Don't believe you deserve to live. You gotta remember to jump that bullet. Oh, that's a bit of a cheap shot now. I couldn't afford to jump because I would have got hit by the bullet. Ugh. This game is surprisingly hard for how simple it is. At least when you get to this point, anyway. Okay, here's the boss. You remember the boss from the last level, right? He's back for more. Now he throws dynamite. And the only way to defeat him is to jump kick him from this ledge. You can't hit him any other way. And the hitbox on it is weird as shit. Because it only seems to work when you hit him with the middle of the kick rather than the foot, which is what you'd expect. He's more or less the same as before once you knock him off the ledge, but given how little life I have, that's going to make this whole thing a lot more difficult. Plus, I think he has one new trick up his sleeve, but I forget what it is. You can jump kick him, like with the second boss, in a very similar fashion, actually, but never corner him, because he will wreck your face. And, oh, nope, still alive, but I'm not going to be for very much longer. Best thing to do then would be to draw him out, so I've got more room to jump kick. And hopefully he won't get caught by that punch combo. And I did anyway. Balls. Maybe this time I can achieve a little fucking more. And have a bit more health left by the time I get to the fucking boss. I don't want to blame my controller or anything, but I'm fairly sure my punch button is sticking. I'll have to look into that. Yeah, you see, that time, that was a textbook example of how to dodge the flumps. Wait a minute. Can you see that? Get back! Take my sweep kick. I didn't mention that before, but if you kick while ducking, you just do a little... Less time spent in the level, probably the better. Ah! Get away! I am gonna die before I even get to him, aren't I? The chain whip is very handy, because the extra range gives you more of a hitbox to work with. Which you are going to need if you're going to be prevailing here. Yeah, no, what? That was bullshit, come on. I jumped over that feckin' bullet, and you know I did. Eat a dick. Alright, let's have another go at this fat dick. Well, he's not really fat, is he? He's quite muscular, which is part of the problem. Jump kick. Never mind. Embarrassing failure. I can do this. If an enemy spawns behind you and you reach the boss, they just back off and run away and despawn. Because nobody cares about their existence, right? And jump kick. I think it's only 3 to get him to fall down. Then you kick him in the... Then you kick him in the face. Doesn't seem the most efficient way to deal with him. Yeah, I think that's his new trick. If you try and attack him standing up, he can do his little invincibility dance. Which is that. Quite how it works is anyone's guess, really. But now I can jump kick into oblivion because I've got the whole rest of the level behind me. So this time I should be able to win. Oh, you fucking... There. And he dies noisily. You'll never see him again. As a side note, before I proceed any further... You notice that our protagonist looks somewhat ridiculous with his blue dungarees and his ridiculous mop top. Well, he doesn't really match the artwork on the cover of the game box, which I might show, I don't know, over here somewhere. He's got a sort of Stallone element to him there, whereas he does not in the game. Disparity! Anyway, let's ride a lift forever.